So remember in Back to the Future with the plutonium is basically it's the fuel or whatever for the time machine. And the reason that Marty gets stuck in 1955 is because he doesn't have any plutonium, so they have to use the lightning bolt, right? So, I mean, here's the plutonium. A lot of people said, it's Ebola, whatever, because of the hazmat. But, so, they need the plutonium to make the time machine work. It's the fuel. Anyway, I did a bunch of research into 49, and I found some pretty cool stuff. So, the number 49. Just reading through here, I mean, we've already established that 88 connects to time travel. And 49, I've been noticing so much, and it had to do something with time travel. You knew it did. And anyway, so 49, it says it's the aliquot sum of 49 is 8. The 49 is the 8th composite. So, I mean, there's a couple 8s around it. 49 is the first square where the digits are squares. In this case, 4 and 9. So the first one that does that. Anyway, I'm going to hurry along here. Oh, actually, the fraction 1/49th is a repeating decimal with a period of 42. So it has 42 repeating digits. And 42 talked about a decent amount with, it's the, whatever it is in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like, it's the huge number. I can't even remember what the wording is or whatever. But anyway, as I'm scrolling down further here, I find it's the atomic number of indium, but then it says, during the Manhattan Project, plutonium was also referred to simply as 49. Number 4 was the last digit in 94, the atomic number of plutonium, and 9 for the last digit in Pu-239, the weapon grade, whatever. So, during the Manhattan Project, plutonium was referred to as 49. Plutonium. I mean, Back to the Future, that's what makes it run. So 49 makes the car, makes time travel. And then the 88, another thing I guess, the atomic is the mirror of weird. So then the term 49ers actually came from the California gold rush. And I already talked about how California adds up to 88. Anyway, it says when gold by James W. Marshall. So gold, that's what started it all, right? James W. Marshall. The dude was born on October 8th, which is 88, and he died on August 10th, which is the 222nd day of the year. And he died in 1885. And then when I'm thinking of Back to the Future, I mean, that's when it came out, 1985. So 85. Also pretty weird, somebody commented on this video I had from January 20th. And so I rewatched it, and I talked about, there was a ton of sevens surrounding Elvis. And he did the first via satellite concert in Hawaii. And he did it on January 14th of 1973, but it wasn't actually played live or played until April 4th, so 4/4 of 73. And, just now, after learning a bunch more, April 4th is 49 days after Valentine's Day. And, like, the address was 7777 something, all kinds of stuff. But there's a ton of 49 references in this video that I made, so just wanted to point them out, I guess. And Hawaii is made up of 8 islands, and Obama's supposedly from Honolulu, Hawaii, which is H8, which is 88. They used to be called the Sandwich Islands. Just pointing that out. And so I thought, man, was Hawaii? I couldn't remember if it was the 49th or the 50th state, but it's the 50th state. Alaska is the 49th state. And if you add up Alaska, it comes to 45. I mean, pretty interesting. Alaska is the 49th state, and if you add up the letters, it adds up to 45, and I've talked about that the 45-49 connection multiple times. So the guy who, the first European to discover Hawaii was James Cook. And he was born on November 7th, so 11/7, or 77. And he died on Valentine's Day of 1779. What are the odds of that? Valentine's Day and then a 79 for the 22 reference? That's pretty weird. Even more kind of funny to me is that he named them the Sandwich Islands, and his last name's Cook. It's just, I don't know, weird. Anyway, it goes on to talk about Neil S. Blaisdell. Uh, the stadium that Elvis played at was named after him, and he died on November 5th, one day before his 73rd birthday. So 11/5. But the guy who was before him, I'll play it up here. His name was Frank Francis Fassi, so FFF 666, died on February 3rd, 23. Well, anyway, who knows? I know I had more stuff written down about this. I can't find my piece of paper now because I wrote a bunch of it down at work, and it's not in my pocket anymore. But we're going to move on. But I just thought it was funny, the connection with Hawaii and Obama, and then the Sandwich Islands, and the guy who discovers it dies on Valentine's Day. Pretty interesting. Anyway, let's get back to just the number 49 in general. I guess I'm just going to make another video about WrestleMania because it's going to take that much time. So anyway, the number 49, you keep scrolling down here, and you find out it was in all these songs here. So Bob Dylan, it just says Days of 49. You can't click on it. So I clicked on Bob Dylan, and I scrolled down. By the way, Bob Dylan's 73 this year. But anyway, you scroll down, and I went to his albums. If I can ever find him here. I mean, he's got how many here? I don't even know. I should have counted them. Anyway, so I was like, what would that song be? So I thought, man, let's go to 1970 because that was 45 years ago, right? So I clicked on the album from 1970. And of course, this song is on this album. Where Days of 49. It's the fourth song on this album from 1970, 45 years ago. How ironic is that? Even better, it says that it was his second double album. So that's his second double album. So it's literally 2, 2, 2. So 2, 2, 2. And then he has a song about 49 days. And it was 45 years ago that the song came out. Weird. Then it also has 49 of your time / life. So it's got time even in the word. So let's click on this. And look at the album cover. I mean, dead giveaway. If you don't think 49 has to do with time travel as well as 88, then you're crazy. 49 of your time life, and they cross out time because they got to make it significant, and they're crossing it out with an X. X is time. So I mean, with the X there, if X is time, and then it's overtime, so it's double time. And if 49 is to do with time, funny that the length of the album is 43:55, and if you add that up, it's 98, and 98 is 45, or 49 and 49, so it's literally double time. Now this is just weird here. So it says it's the 7th album by Paul Westerberg. So let's look at him really quick. He is 55 years old this year. And then it says the album, originally slated for a release on July 19th, 2008, marketed as June 49 because, June ends at 30 and then you add 19 to that, so it would be June 49, right? I mean, do they really do it that way? That's pretty crazy. But anyway, you find out all this stuff about it was 49 cents, blah, blah, blah. But then later on, you find out that on August 6, 2008, he released a song that was 5 minutes and 5 seconds long. Keep in mind, he's 55 years old this year. And this is a 49 year. I mean, come on, it's weird. So they either paid 99 cents for just this song, or they paid 49 or 505 for this song and this whole album combined together, which 43, 55, and 505 makes 49. And that was in August 2008. But what I'm saying is this year is a huge year of 49. And the guy was 55, and then he releases the 505. I mean, come on, that's just weird. I mean, that he's 55 this year. So, I mean, oh, it's so hard to explain, but it's just ridiculous. I get it, and if you don't get it, I'm sorry. I want you to get it. That's the whole point of making these. So, I want to know a better way to get it through your head. If you still don't think it's about time, I'm sorry, but this other song here, 49 Bye-Byes, it says Crosby, Stills, and Nash's self-titled album, 45 Bye-Byes. And this album came out in 1969, but May 29th, so it was actually still only 45 years ago. It will be 46 years on May 29th. So 88 in Chinese, it says, in addition, 88 is also used to mean bye-bye in Chinese language chats, texts, whatever. 88 is pronounced in Chinese Mandarin language as ba-ba, ba-ba to be precise, simulating the sound of the English language, bye-bye. So 88 is literally bye-bye. And then that song was called 49 Bye-Bye or whatever. I mean, come on. Give me a break. It is about time travel. Yeah, it's literally 49 bye-byes. So 8 eights. 49 88s. I mean, come on. It's just crazy. Sorry I always say that, but it's never ending. And people think I'm crazy, but it's in everything. Even the movie Ladder 49, starring John Travolta and Joaquin Phoenix. Well, 49s are about time travel, right? It's 115 minutes long, 11:05. I mean, that's the time travel day. John Travolta, born on the 49th day of the year in 1954 even. So 54 is the opposite of 54 is love, and the opposite is 49 or 45. Man, I'm screwing everything up. It also stars Joaquin Phoenix, who honestly, when I think of him, I think of his brother River, who supposedly died of a drug overdose, which he's probably murdered. River Phoenix, who literally died 88 days after Obama's 32nd birthday at the age of 23. So 23, 32 years, 88 days. 1970, that means he would be 45 this year. I know that's not that significant to Joaquin, but that's just what I always think of whenever I think of this guy, because, I mean, I don't know. I would never even heard of this guy unless I heard of his brother, so. Also found it kind of interesting, the 49th parallel. It says it's about 15 kilometers south. Paris is 15 kilometers south of 49th parallel. Its main airport, Charles de Gaulle, whatever airport, lies on the parallel. So you just had the Charlie Hebdo thing, and then the Charles de Gaulle airport lies on the 49th parallel. And I also made a video about the movie with Mark Wahlberg called The Truth About Charlie that was in Paris, and they even have a map of Charlie Hebdo on the deal right behind where the lady's standing after her husband gets murdered. So, pretty weird. But yeah, I'm going to make a video about WrestleMania after this. Then I got to go to bed. There's just so many things I found with 49. Hopefully I talked about a lot of them. Or the big significant ones, but I don't know. Like I said, WrestleMania is all about it. So anyway, have a great night.